Suckit Spindle Mounted Dust Shoe Assembly and Installation. In this video, we'll be unboxing, assembling, and setting up the Suckit Spindle Mount Dust Shoe from Onefinity CNC for 80mm spindles. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get everything unpacked, starting with our dust shoe. The shoe itself comes in two pieces. These are injection molded plastic that are held together with magnets. It'll also include two brush rings that are also magnetic to secure our brushes to the bottom of our dust shoe. In the Ziploc bag, we will find two brushes, one at 1 inch and one at 2 inch, as well as a nut and a knurled thumb screw for tightening the dust boot around the spindle. With everything unboxed, we can now start assembling the Suckit SM Dust Boot. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the nut into the hexagonal recess on the front of the dust boot. With that sitting in that recess, we can now take the knurled thumb screw and place it through the hole on the back side of the boot, threading it into the nut. With that installed, we can simply tighten or loosen that knurled thumb screw to adjust the tension on our dust boot. Our next step is going to be installing our brushes into our magnetic brush ring. There are two rings installed, so each brush has its own, making for quick and easy brush changes. To install the brushes, we'll start at the split in the brush ring and work our way around, making sure to push the rubber piece on the brush into that channel, making sure it's seated well. Once we get the 1 inch done, we'll do the same thing with the 2 inch before we can attach it to our dust shoe. With both the 1 and 2 inch brush installed into our magnetic brush rings, we can now start attaching all of the pieces of our boot together. You'll notice there are 4 magnets on each side of the injection molded clear piece that will hold the boot together in the middle, as well as 4 more magnets on the brush ring and the bottom of the boot to attach the brush rings. You'll also notice that there is a split in both of the brush rings. This is designed so that it is easy to take off with a bit in the spindle, as well as easy to swap between the 1 and 2 inch brushes for longer versus shorter bits. With everything assembled, we can now install the dust boot onto our spindle. We'll start by loosening the knurled thumb screw so that we can open up the clamping mechanism on the boot and slide it over our spindle body. We will not tighten down the knurled thumb screw at this point, as we're going to adjust the boot after we've got the rest installed. Next, we'll install the center portion of the boot utilizing the pre-installed magnets. And then we can install the brush ring, spreading it open so that it clears the bit. To set the height for our boot, we'll simply shimmy it down the spindle till the brushes stick out the same distance as the bit. With our height set correctly, we can now go back to our knurled thumb screw and tighten that in place. It's important to note that the boot must be perpendicular to the X rail. If the boot is not installed in this orientation, it may rub on the bottom of the Z20 slider. The Suckit SM Dust Boot comes standard with a 2.5 inch dust port. However, some people use other hoses, so Onefinity has gone ahead and provided 3D printable adapters for the most common hose sizes. To install the dust boot adapters, simply slide them over the top of the existing 2.5 inch port on the boot, then insert your hose into the top of the adapter. All of these files can be found and downloaded on our forum, forum.onefinitycnc.com. And lastly, we'll run a quick test cutting out a bow tie for an inlay on the CNC, and as you can see, only one little chip left behind on the left side of that piece. Thanks for watching.